Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kamaria, and we are doing my November wrap up in my reading journal. I had originally done this with no voiceover, like I was talking in real time, but I didn't like it. Like I'm so used to doing voiceover that it just So yeah, I just didn't like it, so I'm doing a voiceover instead. I'm not somebody who can like talk while I'm doing things, I guess. It has to be a voiceover or nothing. Um, so I actually did end up doing my spreads beforehand instead of on camera. I am going to do like setting up my December pages on camera with you guys, so it's not just you looking at pictures. So this is me. I did a couple of books. I read a couple of books, I should say, for Native American Heritage Month. So the first one was called Elatsoy, and it's by Darcy Little Badger, and it's really good. It's about a teenage girl. She's like 17, and she can raise the dead. Oh yeah, there are some pictures. I'm like, I knew I put pictures. There they are. And she can raise the dead. It's like her generational family gift. Every one of them can like they're not reanimated. They're not like zombies. They're just like ghosts, but they can like call their spirits back from the spirit world. And her cousin dies, and she has a dream. His spirit comes to her in a dream saying, "Hey, it wasn't an accident. I was murdered. Go figure out how I died." So it's amazing, and it's set in a supernatural world where there are vampires and stuff. So it's very fantastical and really, really good. The next one that I put on the screen is called Moon of the Crusted Snow, which I wrote in my journal Moon on the Crusted Snow, but it's of, so my bad. But this one was like a post-apocalyptic one, but like set in like on a reservation up in Canada, and they're so used to not having any power anyway, so like when the power goes out and the cell phones go out, and they're like, whatever, it's life on the res. And so they don't realize that the proverbial crap has hit the fan, you know what I mean? So them basically going back to their roots, like, because half of them hunt, and kind of going back to the traditional ways of their tribe. But like the struggle was real, of the transition going from kind of where they were on the reservation, and all the problems that Native Americans face on the reservation, and people trying to come in and take their resources. It's kind of The Walking Dead without zombies, and if everybody was native. It's great. I should have read more indigenous lit, but I am pretty good about diversifying my reads all the time, so I'm not too worried about it, because you should read diversely all the time. So this next one was one of my favorites of the month. It's called Honey and Spice, and it's a romance. It's kind of grumpy sunshine, which is one of my favorite tropes, and fake dating, which is also one of my favorite tropes in romance. This kind of reminds me, if you've ever watched that show on Netflix called Dear White People. It's about a girl who runs a radio show helping other women on like a college campus play the players, you know what I mean? So it kind of helps girls navigate playboys. And she has like a radio show, and she plays music on it, and she ends up getting into like this fake relationship with this other guy who everybody thinks is a player, but he actually isn't. And it talks about mental health, it talks about family dynamics, it found family. It's great. This next one is Outdrawn by Deanna Gray. Yeah. And it's a sapphic rivals to lovers book, And I usually hate like enemies to lovers because like unless you're literally like trying to kill each other or something, like enemies just seems always too strong. But this is rival marketed as like rivals to lovers, which makes way more sense if you really think about it, because nobody's really like enemies really in most of the enemies to lovers books. So it's about two black women who are working at a comic book company, and they're supposed to like be working together on a project, but they've been like the one and two respectively ever since college. So they're always like trying to one up each other and beat each other. But of course they end up falling in love, and it's wonderful and great. You hardly ever see black sapphic romance. And someone who is bisexual herself, it's nice to see they have a great bisexual rep in here. There's lots of family dynamics, which is really interesting, and it was just a good time. 5 stars. So I am starting to set up my December pages, and this is the last month of my like not Spirited Away, Miyazaki film themes. So the last one is Spirited Away, and out of all the Miyazaki films, Spirited Away is actually like my least favorite. And it's usually like, it was the most critically acclaimed. The most people in America, if they have watched Miyazaki movies, it's this one. And it's great, don't get me wrong, but there are so many of the other ones that are really, really good too. And I'm putting a quote that was from the movie on the other side. And this month I decided to do the Queer Lit Readathon. I added this washi tape just because it had mountains on it and it seemed very like winter-like, so I thought it would be good. But anyway, I'm doing the Queer Lit Readathon, and I'm not gonna lie to you, most of my books on my like TBR for this challenge I was already gonna read anyway, because I always read gay. I love, gay romance because it makes my little heart happy, because when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of that. So it's nice that it's kind of more acceptable in society. So this is me just making like my bingo, and I'm gonna write out later on like the books I plan to read. I'm probably gonna do like 5 or 6. This challenge itself is only like a week long, but I'm probably gonna extend it to a month because I think it's really unrealistic to complete like a, what is it, 12, 16? No, 16 board bingo in a week. Like, that's insane. So I'm not doing that. I'm probably gonna extend it. I'm gonna break the rules. I'm gonna be a rebel and extend it to a whole month instead. So yeah, I'm gonna break the rules. Me forever the renegade. So this is a challenge set up by people. I don't remember all their names. I think one's name is Rogan, who is like a deaf creator on YouTube, which is awesome. But I will have some of their stuff in the description, like their channels and stuff. So yeah, so usually I don't like do a to be read because I'm such a mood reader. So I'm just like, I can make a list, but that doesn't guarantee that I'm actually gonna read them. But like I said, most of these are already like books I was planning on reading. Like, they're already downloaded in my Kindle Unlimited. So I think I actually wrote like the titles of all the books that I wanted to read off camera, but trust me, I have like 6 of them and they're already downloaded, ready to go. I am going to do like my wrap-ups a little differently. Usually I like write all the titles and like just in a list format, but I'm going to do it a little differently. Like, I just wrote down December reads, and I'm going to write like the titles around it, like thought bubble or like a brain map or something like that, whatever. I saw another creator do it and I kind of like it that way, more visual than whatever. And then I'm actually going to start doing my stats. So I'm going to start doing my stats starting now, I guess, instead of just waiting for the new year, because I just want to change up how I do my reading journal just a bit. And if you I'm going to have more details about that in my probably my reading journal setup, or my journal lineup video as well. And I keep talking about them, but they're coming. I swear. I will get there. They will happen. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it done. I'm going to do a final little flip through so you can see all the pages, and that is about it. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Bye.